Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zesti, a student of the English Literature program. On this occasion, I will be taking the remedial exam as a form of responsibility to improve my previous result. In this part one, we have 10 questions, so I will be answering one by one. Question one is discuss the distinction between competence and performance as introduction by Noam Chomsky. Competence is a person's knowledge of language rules in their mind, like grammar, sentence structure, etc. Performance is the actual use of language in real situations, like speaking or writing. Question number two, analyze the phonemic inventory of English and explain the difference between phonemes and allophones. Phoneme is the small sounds unit that distinguishes meaning. For example, P and B, pet and bad, different meaning. Allophone is a variation in the pronunciation of the same phoneme that does not change meaning. Example, P in pin, strongly aspirated, P in spin, less aspirated. Compare and contrast the theories of structuralism and generative grammar. Structuralism focuses on observable language structure, analyze sentence pattern based on real data. Generative grammar focuses on human inner language ability, believe humans are born with universal grammar. Question number four, explain how morphology contributes to the formation of new word in English. Morphology is the study of word formation. Derivation, adding affixes, example happy, happiness, teach, share, combining two words, for example, the brush, like describe the importance of syntax in sentence construction. Syntax is the rule system for arranging words into sentence. Example of a complex sentence, another is a sentence. Anna is subject, read is a verb, all is determined, book is noun. Question number six, evaluate the role of semantic in interpreting meaning. Semantic is the study of meaning in language and help us understand who does want to form in a sentence. Grammar shows structure, but semantic explain meaning. Semantic roles such as again, relation, and theme describe the relationship between the verb and the participant. Example, John kicked the ball. Again, John patient the ball, the team the ball. Question number seven, what is linguistic relativity? Linguistic relativity is the idea that language influences the way we think. The Sapir-Whorf hypothesis that language and culture influence how people see the world. Example, some language have many words from snow, making speakers more sensitive to different types of snow. Question number eight, discuss the role of pragmatic in communication. Pragmatic is the study of meaning based on context and help us understand what a speaker really means beyond the literal form. Speech acts show that when people speak, they perform an action such as promising, requesting, or apologizing. This refers to context depend, word like I, here, and now, because meaning change depending on who is speaking and the situation. Implication is the implied meaning behind an utterance such as saying it's cold in here to indirectly and someone close the window. Question number nine, explain the concept of universal grammar. Universal grammar is the theory that humans are born with an innate language ability. Supporting arguments, children learn language quickly. All language have basic structure similarities. Opposing arguments, language is learned from the environment. Not at all language have identical structure. Question number 10, critically examine the evolution of English from Old English to present day English. English has changed significantly from Old English to present day English. Old English had complex grammar and Germanic vocabulary, but after the Norman conquest, many French words were added and grammar became simpler. The Greek vowels have changed pronunciation, and word order became more fixed, like subject, verb, and object. Overall, English evolved through change in sounds, vocabulary, and sentence structure due to historical and social influences. In this part two, we have five solves. The first part is switching in bilingual communities. You are conducting linguistic about work in urban Indonesia high school where many students mix Indonesia and English in daily conversation. One example you heard is aku tadi telat karena the bus was so slow. The sentence aku telat tadi karena the bus was so slow is an example of code switching, especially in transcendental switching because two languages are mixed in one sentence. Students may do this to sound modern. So English ability or because some expression feel more natural in English. This reflects a common social linguistic pattern among urban Indonesian teenagers. Second, morphological productivity in internet slang. In online communication, your English frequently appears such as unfriend, adulting, and being a watch. Unfriend and adulting are derivational form because they are created by adding the prefix "an" and suffix "ing" to form new meanings. Being a watch is a compound word because it combines the word into one new meaning. This productivity shows that modern English morphology is very flexible and easily creates new words, especially in internet context. Third, ambiguity in sentence structure. Consider the following sentence. Visiting relative can be annoying. Sentence visiting relative can be annoying has structural ambiguity because it has two meanings. It can mean that the activity of visiting relative is annoying or that relative who are visiting are annoying. The ambiguity happens because the word visiting can function in two different grammatical ways, which affect the sentence structure and meaning. And the fourth, child language acquisition. A 3 years old child consistently say, I go to the park. I went to the park. The sentence, I go to the park show overgeneralization in child language acquisition. The child applies the regular past tense rule, verb plus and to an irregular verb. Instead of saying well, this refers to normal development stage where children understand grammar rules but have not yet learned other expectations. The last question, pronunciation and accent variation. You are analyzing the speaker of English. Speaker A is from London and speaker B is from New York. They pronounce the word water very differently. The word water is pronounced differently in London and New York because of differences in vowel sounds and the T sound. The London speaker uses a clear T, while New York speaker often pronounce it as a vowel, like a soft D. The phoneme is the same, but the allophone changes. Regional accent remain because they are part of identity and culture.